Hello, my name is Francis Estrada and I work in the education department at the Museum of Modern Art. Today, we'll look at this painting by Kerry James Marshall and also see some sketches or preparatory drawings that he made before completing his painting. First, let's take some time to look closely at the image on the screen and see what we notice. I'll ask a few questions to help look at and think of specific ideas, and then share some information about the artist and see if it helps us gain a deeper understanding of the artwork. I'll follow it up with an activity inspired by his process. Let's take a few seconds to do some quiet, close looking. What can you tell about this person just by the clothes he's wearing? Try to position yourself in the same pose and with the same facial expression. Imagine yourself taking the place of the figure in this painting. What might this person be doing or thinking? Let's take a look at the background. Where is this scene set? And how can you tell? Kerry James Marshall lives and works in Chicago, and if you look closely, he included a patch of the Chicago flag on the figure's right shoulder. The streetlights in the background and the color of the sky may help tell what time of day the scene is set. The subject matter of Kerry James Marshall's artwork is often drawn from African American popular culture and contemporary American society. He once said in an interview, "When you go to an art museum, the thing you're least likely to encounter is a picture of a black person. When it comes to ideas about art and beauty, the black figure is absent." He also said, "One of the reasons I paint black people is because I'm a black man." And the hope was always to make sure these works found their way into museums so they could exist alongside everything else that people go into museums to look at. He made this painting in 2015, a time when news about police killings of unarmed black men, women, and children were proliferating across the United States, leading to the inception of the Black Lives Matter movement. Does this information add anything to what you may have been thinking? If so, how? If you'd like, you can take this time to pause the video and talk to someone about how the information I shared may have affected the way you see this artwork. Let's take a look at some of the artist's sketches or preparatory drawings. He started studying figure drawing during high school and has often made preparatory drawings for his paintings. As we go through these sketches, I'd like you to pay attention to the similarities and differences between the drawings. Now let's look at the drawings in comparison to the finished painting. How do you think the sketches helped Kerry James Marshall realize his final composition? Now it's time for you to make your own preparatory drawings. I want you to think of someone you see around your neighborhood. What did they look like? What did they do? And where do you usually see them? I thought of my neighbor who works in a bodega or corner store down the street. Once you have an idea, please gather your pen or pencil and paper. Let's start with the background. Make a sketch of where you usually see the person you thought of. Now that you have your background set, go ahead and make a sketch of your figure or the person. Remember, this is only a sketch, so even stick figures would be okay. All you're trying to get is the pose or the gesture. You can add some small details like facial expressions. I'm making mine so he's looking up and listening to music like he usually does. Now, go ahead and draw a box to set the frame for your composition. Repeat the process 2 or 3 more times so that you can have drawings that you can choose from. Compare and contrast them. Which one do you like best and why? You just tried Kerry James Marshall's process of making preparatory drawings and hopefully can relate to the preparations and decisions he made before creating his final painting. We'd love to see what you come up with. Please email us at schoolprograms@moma.org.